Today, we got some big-time matchups for you. Ohio State versus Notre Dame. And we got some Alabama drama coming your way. American Game Day starts right now. Welcome to American Game Day. Today is Saturday, September 28th, and boy do we have football today. If you were disappointed about the matchups last week, it's being made up today. We got Ohio State, Notre Dame, UCLA and Utah, Colorado and Oregon, much more. Every game on today's lineup is going to be amazing. Today is going to go down the history book as probably the most entertaining, most impacted college football playoff week of the season. Yes, this week is going to make major impacts for college football this year. And I got your weekday highlights for you, or some scoreboard recaps. So before we jump into today's game, let's recap of what happened Thursday and Friday. Well, Memphis beat Navy 28-24. What a win for Memphis. I guess they're both kind of undefeated. I think they're both 3-0 coming into this game. I'm pretty sure. But yeah. Well, I know Memphis is 3-0, but yeah, Memphis got the win. Congratulations, and they are looking to win the or be competitive in the American Conference. Sun Belt got underway. Georgia State beat Coastal Carolina 30-17. What a win for Georgia State. They are definitely going to be a team to look after. Sorry. Excuse me. This year, Georgia State is 4-0 right now. 4-0. No, so here we had some Friday night games again. I was recording this dirt before these games started with Wisconsin and Purdue. There's the score. That was probably gonna be a big game this week too. NC State and Virginia. That was probably gonna be not a fun one to watch. It's probably gonna be pretty boring. I'm expecting NC State to have that win there, and Boise State and San Diego State. This is gonna be. I'm sure, again, it already happened, but, there's the final score. I don't know the final score yet, but, yeah, what a win for the winner. Alright, got some headlines for you. Yeah, I got a couple of Alabama news for you. Nick Saban tells Deion Sanders he's a really good coach. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I could see where Nick Saban's getting that from, but I gotta say, is Deion Sanders really a good coach? I think today we're going to find out about that today. Yes, he beat TCU, the first runner-up last year, but they're a different team now. Yes, they beat Nebraska, but they also have Nebraska. Nebraska's also beating Nebraska and being terrible. Then they beat Colorado State. It's winless. Really doesn't prove anything. They beat those teams close. Today, they got Oregon. This is the real test to see if he's a good coach. Also, Lane Kiffin has been, is questioning who's calling Alabama defense. Alabama has really set in stone on who their defensive coordinator is. Is he really the defensive coordinator? Is he calling the defense? Alabama defense looks really strong. I gotta say, this is the reason why I thought this is gonna be Alabama's year. Their defense looks really, really good. But I knowing Nick Saban, I really think that he would get a good, decent backup after. He had Bryce Young for 4 years. I think by now he would have a decent quarterback. Nope, that's not it. So still got a quarterback issue down there, but we'll find out against Ole Miss today. But yeah, most of the Oklahoma State football players are going to be quitting after today's game. Yes, I don't even remember who's, I think, yeah. Oh, yeah, OSU's playing Iowa State. So, I'm going to say if win or lose, which probably going to be lose, most of the team is going to quit. And there is some questioning that they won't even have full 22 players for next week. That is big breaking news that I'll bring to you on Down and Distance on Tuesday. Anyway, this is our game of the week. Number 6, Ohio State versus number 9, Notre Dame. 6:30 on NBC. This is going to be a huge game. I cannot wait to see this one. Yeah, Notre Dame is my number 1 team so far this year. Yeah, I know they haven't looked their best yet, but I think this is the game they've been preparing for. They will show up in this game, and no doubt we will get the best Ohio State team we've seen this season. Notre Dame, mainly, they've been preparing for this game their whole season, too. Yeah, they've been dominating, too, so it's going to be a really good game to watch. Colin McCoy is going to be the starting quarterback for Ohio State in this game. He's 70% with 115 yards, 6 touchdowns, and only thrown 1 interception. So, yeah, that's some pretty good stats. I mean, only thrown 1 interception. Not bad, not too bad. But Sam Hartman, on the other hand, Ohio State's defense is going to struggle major league. Yeah, he has over 1,000 yards this year, 13 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and he's 71%. Yeah, it's kind of the same comparison for Ohio State, but man, he's going to put up numbers today. If Ohio State's going to win, they have to play defense. That's the only reason why Ohio State, I could see them winning. No doubt Notre Dame scoring on every possession. And I'm not saying touchdown in every possession. They might get a couple field goals, but they are going to get some points every possession. All right, Florida State and Clemson. I thought this would be the game of the week this year, but apparently it's not. Clemson really has fallen apart. So Florida State, they're on the road though, but it's still gonna be a good one, but not as high up as everyone thought it would be. But Georgia Tech and Wake Forest is going to be on the CW at 5:30. And then North Carolina and Pitt, a classic ACC battle at 7 o'clock on ACC Network. That's going to be a good battle to watch. Yeah, I got North Carolina winning, and I think Wake Forest I think they're still adjusting after losing Sam Hartman and still kind of figuring out their offense and their quarterback issues. I think they have it nailed down. And Georgia Tech is a good test. I think that they will get their act together and get the W there on the CW. And, yeah, Pitt, I'm expecting them to show up. They are at home. The crowd will be involved for the first half, but I think North Carolina will win huge to end the game. All right, the Big Ten we go. Iowa versus Penn State, 6:30 on CBS. Yeah. It's the first Big Ten matchup on CBS. Number 24 versus number 7. Gonna be a good one. I'm expecting, because Iowa, they got their offense is back. No doubt Iowa offense is gonna score. The question is, are they gonna have the same defense they've had the last couple of years? We'll find out, because Penn State's known for scoring. It's going to be quite a matchup. And then Rutgers versus Michigan. They're both undefeated. 11 o'clock on Big Ten Network. Keep a close eye on this game. I know most of you are probably thinking, oh, Michigan definitely going to win this game. But Jim Harbaugh is back. What impacts is he going to have on this game? Also, Maryland versus Michigan State, 2:30 on NBC. That's going to be also a kind of a close eye, because I know Michigan State's having some, for some reason his head coach still hasn't gotten fired yet, because they're dealing with some issues there, and I still don't know if they're good or not. We're week 4, and I have no idea if Michigan State is going to be a good team or not, or in the middle, but again, I'm also with Maryland. I have no idea what they're going to be like this year, too, so it's that game's going to answer a couple of my questions. And then the Big 12. At 11 o'clock on FS1, SMU versus TCU. Yeah, I'm so used to seeing TCU be ranked. Yeah, they're not ranked anymore. But this is going to be a huge one, and a huge, gives us some big answers on which team is good and which one's not. The winner of this game will probably likely, I wouldn't say rank the next week, but probably rank later in the season, and I give this true answer on if they can they compete, and the teams they've lost to get those teams maybe some boosts in the rankings. BYU and Kansas. BYU's first Big 12 game, 2:30 on ESPN. This is going to be a big one. They're both undefeated. Both of them got good wins last week. I think Kansas was also on the road. But that was going to be a good one. Pay very close attention to that one. Because Kansas is at home, but BYU is not afraid to show up and pull up a big... yeah, Kansas, I think, is the super dog, right, to me. I don't know what the line is right now, but I think Kansas, my favorite, is the favored. Because they're at home. And they know the Big 12 very well. And Oklahoma and Cincinnati. Yes, Cincinnati's first Big 12 game. And they get what they wanted. They get OU their first game. OU definitely looks like the best team in the Big 12 right now. Big noon kickoff on Fox. Gonna be Cincinnati probably shouldn't have lost to Miami, Ohio last week, but they are probably just preparing for this game. So no doubt that's gonna be a game to watch this morning. UCF and Kansas State, 7 o'clock on FS1. This is going to be a really good one to pay very close attention to. Yeah, UCF's very first Big 12 game. And they're playing the Big 12 champ last year. And Kansas State's coming off an awful upset to Missouri. So, no doubt Kansas State will be ready for that game. And then we go to the Pac-12. This is going to be the game that probably should be most hype about. If Colorado wins this game, yes, I will start believing about Coach Prime. But until they win that game, I won't. And then we got UCLA and Utah, 2:30 on Fox, 22 versus 11. That's going to be a good one. And, yeah. I don't even see why UCLA wins this game. Yeah, they deserve to be ranked. But I just haven't seen it yet from UCLA yet. I think Utah will... I don't even think it's going to be that close matchup. I think Utah... Yeah, early prediction. Yeah, I'm siding with Utah on that one. But Oregon State and Washington State. The winner of this game... I say the winner of that game... The winner of that game goes to the SEC. The loser goes to the Big Ten or like the the ACC. I don't know, but yeah. The Pac-2 playing each other, and also Cal. Don't sleep on Cal. They can pull off an upset. Washington, this is their chance to. If they pull off a big win, they get the respect that they deserve from me. And really, if they completely blow out and shut out California, I might just put them in the top 10. But if Colorado, keeps it close, especially Pac-12 after dark, that late. I still am siding with Washington. Not really the best team in the pack right now. I'm not saying that they're a bad team. I'm saying that there are a lot better teams in the pack. And then the game we've all been waiting for. Some Alabama drama, some throwback at coaches at each other. 15 versus 13. And, a good chance for Ole Miss to be ranked higher than Alabama. Now, Alabama is at home. I think they fixed their problems. But 2:30 on CBS, we will have our answers. Is Alabama a good team or not? And then Arkansas recovering after their loss to the BYU. And then they get thrown at LSU on the road. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. I don't even know why I'm even sponsoring this is a big game. No doubt LSU is going to win this game. Or are they? 6 o'clock on ESPN. College football happens. And Arkansas, yeah. Arkansas, one of those teams where you never know what they're going to do. They can pull off a big upset if they want to. Just like South Carolina. They're 0-3 right. No, wait. I think they're 2-1. Yeah, they're 2-1. They're at home now. 6:30 on SEC Network. They beat Mississippi State. I think Mississippi State's also 2-1. No, wait. South Carolina's 1-2. Mississippi State, I think, is 2-1 right now. And yeah, there's like 100 teams. So I'm trying to remember their stats off the top of my head. I really should make notes with these, but yeah, that's gonna be a good one. Pay very close attention to that if you're a big fan of the SEC. Also, Auburn and A&M. That's gonna be a good one. That pay very close attention to that game because those two teams are really struggling in the SEC this year, and I really think that the winner can really make an impact in the SEC and potentially go to a New York Six Bowl if they win. All right, and now on to my top 6 rankings. I still have Ohio State at number 1. Number 2, I still have Florida State. Number 3 is still Georgia. Number 6, though, is going to get interesting. No, it's still Texas. I still have Texas at 6. And, I still have Penn State at 4 and Michigan at 5. So that is my top 6. Still unchanged from last week. But does the AP have any changes? Are they kind of agreeing with me, make some changes? Because there really weren't that big upsets in the top 10 last week, except for Tennessee going down. They're at 11, but they did fall down just a little bit. But yeah, let's take a look at the AP top 6. Of course, they still have Georgia at number 1. Number 2, still Michigan. I mean, they're still at the top, but the question is about Florida State and Texas. They were 3 and they were 4. They both struggled. Oh my goodness. Yes, they moved Texas up after struggling. Yes, they did pull away, but they were struggling to Wyoming. Florida State falls down on the road. They have a win on the road. And yet, Texas jumps them when they both struggled. That's the question. USC had a bye week. Ohio State had their first dominating win, so no doubt those two are staying where they are. But, yeah, here, I still don't get how the AP is doing their rankings. I mean, yeah, I can see why Georgia is number 1, but, I mean, Georgia hasn't played in the first half yet. I think they trailed in every first half. I don't even think Georgia even led in the first half yet. Alright, we got some Power 5 versus Power 5. Conference play is underway today. Let's take a look at how the conference did non-conferencely. The Pac-12 got first place, going 7 for 3, and yeah, they went 70%. The Big 12 is next. They went 50%, 6 for 6. The ACC was actually kind of the second best, but they did have the second best wins, but they also had more losses. Yeah, they went 47%. They also played more games. The SEC went 5 for 7 with 42%. The Big 10 went 4 for 7 with 36%. Yeah, the SEC and the Big 10 did the worst. Wow. The Big 10 was terrible, but yeah, the Pac-12 was undefeated. The Pac-12 was undefeated in week 1, and they didn't get the Pac-12, and I'm not even talking about Power 5, I'm talking about an overall, no matter who they played. They went 12-0 their first couple of games. Oklahoma State, yeah, surprisingly, Oklahoma State took down Arizona State on their first game. Arizona State's got their own problems, but yeah, that's your non-conference seedings for conferences, but we got a Heisman watch for you. Yeah, Sam Hartman is on our Heisman watch today. Michael Penn Jr., sorry if I mispronounced his name, J.J. McCarty, Jordan Travis, and Dylan Gabriel is on our list for this week. This is this is in alphabetical order. This is not terms and ranking. This is just alphabetical order. But, these are just our Heisman watches. These are our Heisman watches after the first 3 weeks, and we'll see if it's a big week today, so there will likely be some new faces in heading into next week. But this is our Heisman watch for now. But Dylan Gabriel, he looks the most impressive right now. Jordan Travis, dang, he's got the arms. JJ McCarty, he's good, but they really haven't played any good defense yet. So, but I mean, he's been impressive as far as what they play so far. Sam Hartman, on the other hand, and Notre Dame haven't played that many cupcake teams. They played a couple of good teams. Sam Hartman looks amazing right now. If he beats Ohio State probably got one of the best defense in the Big Ten. So that's going to be a true test to see if Sam Hartman can really show out. All right, I got some NFL news for you. Yeah, Jim Burrow is kind of injured, really, but not. But he's still day-to-day, and the Bengals said that he might be ready to play on Monday. He's day-to-day, but they said, he's going to play Monday. Did they not know the definition of day-to-day? You can't say, he's going to play Monday, but then say, but he's questionable on his injury report. Yeah. Okay. All right. We got some Thursday Night Football to talk about. The Giants versus the 49ers. The 49ers, wow. They look really good right now. 49ers might be the best team out west. They beat the Giants 30-12. Yeah, where have the Giants been lately? The Giants look terrible. Yeah. Dallas put up 40 points on the 49ers, put up 30. What is going on with at least the Giants scored some touchdowns this time, but dang, come on, Giants, play better. I don't think the Giants know how to play football, or they just aren't coached right or something. I don't think they had that bad of a roster from my check. But we got a couple of decent games tomorrow. We got the Falcons versus the Lions, and then the Bills versus the Washington Commanders. Yep. Redskins. Yeah, I'm still calling them Redskins. And there's actually a petition to change their name back to Redskins. Latest update, I don't know how that's going. I really haven't heard any update from that. It kind of went quiet, but there's people working on it. But and I think the owner is working on selling the 13, so we'll see how that goes. Steelers versus the Raiders. These are the two big games this week. 7:20 on NBC tomorrow, and then Monday at 6:15, our NFL Game of the Week. The Eagles versus Tampa Bay. Yes, the runner-up for the Super Bowl last year. The Eagles look really good still. They look back on top. Tampa Bay, they have Baker Mayfield replacing Tom Brady, and I gotta say, he's living up to the standard. He's got a big shoe to fill, and he's living it. They're undefeated. They're 2-0, and if they beat the Eagles, well, Baker Mayfield will finally get the respect he deserves, and he'd probably laugh then at the Browns, who's struggling with Deshaun Watson. But let's check out what's going around the network here on Busy Sports. Slate Report podcast every Monday at 6. And then Down and Distance, recapping all the games that happened today every Tuesday at 6. And then, our new kind of debatable show, kind of replacing our old name. But it's starting in October. Just reaction to the new CFP rankings each week. Starting in October. This show, American Game Day, every Saturday at 10 a.m. And if you haven't already, check out our website for the latest news, scores, stats, etc. A lot of good things going on our website. That's all going around the network here on Busy Sports. Joke Game of the Week. Week 4. UAB versus Georgia. 6:30 ESPN2. 78 degrees, a little cloudy, maybe some overcast. Georgia number 1 They're coming off of barely beating South Carolina today. Ooh, can they recover after playing UAB? They sure can. Most definitely. Go ahead, put my pick on Georgia. They are winning this game. They are winning this game big. This might be Georgia's first shutout of the season, and they will truly look like the #1 team finally this year. We are at week 4 now, and Georgia really hasn't had a big shutout yet. But I'm looking to improve to 4-0, though, with my joke game of the week. It's now time for the option! First game up, we're starting with the NFL. The Atlanta Falcons versus the Detroit Lions. Noon on Fox tomorrow. Gonna be an impressive game to watch. I really think so. Lions have probably one of the best defense in the NFL. But can they beat a kind of offense? Falcons and pretty defense? Yeah, totally. Put my pick on the Lions to win this game. Nope, psych. I got the Falcons. I think the Lions really haven't had the defense as they expected to. I think the Falcons have had pretty basic win. I think I'm gonna go with the Falcons to win barely another win. But the Bills versus the Redskins. This is gonna be a good, fun one to watch because Commanders, I think, are undefeated right now. I think they're 2-0. Well, of course, we're on week 3 and are undefeated. Of course, they're 2-0, unless they had a bye week, which I don't think anyone has a bye week the first couple weeks. But the Bills, I think they finally get the win that they deserve. They really haven't been themselves in the last couple of weeks, and I really expect them to be back in the Super Bowl race this year. They really haven't. But yeah, give me the Bills. College football we go on the Big Ten Network at 11 o'clock. Rutgers versus Michigan. Yes, this is a big game. Rutgers is a good team. And Michigan's head coach is back. Yeah, after a self-ban, and they weren't happy about it, apparently. But I think Michigan will get a win. They probably won't look like the #2 team, but they will get the win. SMU versus TCU is going to be a good one. Pay very close attention to this one because these two teams probably won't have a shot at their conference. Well, TCU won't have a shot at their conference, but SMU still has a shot at the American Conference. Pay very close attention to SMU because they win this game. All their opponents that they've beaten or lost to has big effect on how they play. But I think TCU will get the win this one. I think we'll see the TCU we're used to seeing in the past. Oklahoma and Cincinnati. Yes, this is Cincinnati's first Big 12 game, like I've already mentioned. They are looking for revenge. Not on OU, on themselves. Yes, they lost to Miami, Ohio at home last week, but I think that they will hang in with Oklahoma in the first couple quarters, but I think OU will get their act together in the second half. And their defense, I think the defense will win the game for OU. And then Florida State and Clemson. This probably might be the biggest ACC matchup of the season. Two best teams in the conference. Well, unless Miami decides they want to show up. But yeah, Florida State on the road. Yes, on the road. They tend to struggle lately. Clemson does have home field advantage, but they have been struggling at home. Both the two teams struggle at the spot on the field where they're at, but I think Florida State, they got the edge this time. They haven't beaten Clemson in a long time, and I think they'll get it done tonight. Or I guess this afternoon. Sorry, I keep thinking it would be a late game. BYU and Kansas, 2:30 on ESPN. I don't know who's going to win this game. I'm still deciding on who to pick. I think I want to side with BYU, but Kansas is at home. I think the fans will make a major impact. It will stay the whole game. I think I got Kansas winning this game. Arkansas, LSU. Not really much of a matchup, but hey, it's a game's a game. 6 o'clock on ESPN. Got a little classic SEC matchup. I think LSU will have the edge on this, no doubt about it. Yeah, LSU by 20 points. You can quote me on this. LSU by 20 points. Alright, what's the next game up? I'm done talking about them. Oh yes, Big Ten matchup. Iowa's offense is back. Yes, it is back. Better than Texas. And, well, they're playing Penn State. But this is a really good proof the match because Penn State, I mean, they got defense. I wouldn't say the best in the Big Ten, but it's good enough. We'll see if it's good enough to stop the Iowa's new formatted offense that we're starting to see. So, yeah, I still got Penn State winning this game at home. I think it's a whiteout. I'm not sure. I really haven't heard much of a whiteout. Anyway, UCF is on the road. They're going to be playing the Big 12 Championship last year. And I know they are the same team. They are better than last year, but yet they haven't played like they were last year. They lost to, not really a good SEC team last week. Not going to mention it. But I think they will be ready tonight. They will get the win. Colorado and Oregon going to be a really good one to pay very, very, very close attention to. Both these two teams have a lot to prove. 2:30 on ABC. Colorado, Oregon. Coach Prime versus the Oregon Ducks. Both these two teams look really good right now. But Oregon, I think they will be the better team. And I actually think that it'll be more than a couple touchdowns. I got them winning by double points. And then 2:30 on CBS. It's probably the biggest game that everyone's been looking forward to. Unmentionable game is where is Alabama this year? Nick Saban's got some Alabama issues down there. Got some drama. And if Ole Miss wins this game, they could have a chance to be higher ranked than Alabama, and I think Nick's even tired about hearing about that rat poison, so I think he'll get it done this afternoon. UCLA and Utah, well, put my vote on Utah right away. Yeah, UCLA is ranked. Yeah, if they win this game, I'll consider them being ranked, but I don't. There are too many ranked teams in the Pac-12, and there needs to be room for other greater teams. Other teams. And then, then the Pac-12 won't even beat the Pac-12 next year, so there's that. And then Washington State versus Oregon State. I kind of flipped the two. Anyway, this is going to be the battle of the Pac-2. It's the Pac-2 championship game. The winner of this game wins the Pac-2. And probably the winner goes to a good conference. The loser goes to a bad conference. I got Oregon State winning this game on the road. And then our game of the week, number 6 Ohio State versus number 9 Notre Dame. 6:30 on NBC. It's going to be 71 degrees, mostly cloudy, with a few showers on the way. Gotta be a big game. Got some tests to prove. I think Sam Hartman will have quite a day, but I think Ohio State defense will beat the show. Ohio State offense will struggle in the first half, but I think we'll start to see it going late in the game. I got Ohio State winning the game on the road by a field goal. They win on a field goal, and the defense gets the stop to set them up for the field goal. All right, I'll see you guys next Saturday at 10 a.m. Enjoy the biggest weekend of college football.